It certainly didn't feel very fall-like here across Northeast Ohio, but it certainly was a very pleasant day. We take that live look from Cedar Point. Halloween weekend's going on pretty much every weekend now through I think the first weekend of November. If you really want to get yourself into the fall kind of spirit of things, we're really going to be struggling to find fall-like air here across Northeast Ohio the next couple of days. Tomorrow looks a lot like how today played out, at least temperature-wise. We are going to have, I think, a little bit more sunshine on the way tomorrow versus, say, what we likely see Monday into Tuesday. That has to do with some tropical things going on down towards the southeast of us. We'll talk about that here in just a minute. But what it will do for us, at least in terms of a midweek pattern change, is it's going to increase the wind, and it's also going to bring down our temperature as we flip the calendar over to October. So those are some of the subtle changes we'll have to look forward to, albeit a very quiet weather forecast that basically takes over for the next week or so. High pressure's in control today, will be tomorrow for the most part. We do have this very weak cold front sitting basically across southeastern Wisconsin. Doesn't do a whole lot for us. I'll show you what it could bring here in just a second. But temperatures, because of a lighter south wind tonight, will likely be a couple of degrees warmer than, say, even where we were earlier this morning. Still pleasant, still very fall-like, but just maybe not quite as crisp. Tomorrow morning, temperatures will heat up fast thanks to all that sunshine. You'll see we're back into the mid-60s already by 9 a.m. and then crossing into that mid to upper 70-degree range during the afternoon. Lots of sunshine from start to finish. Your biggest change is just that north wind that eventually takes over, and that's that front starting to come through. Doesn't bring us much in the way of rain chances at all. In fact, we're going to stay very dry as we go through the day tomorrow. But as we get into the afternoon, we may get a couple clouds that develop across our central and southern counties. That would be that cold front basically crossing our area. But that's it. That's the only impact that we will have in terms of any big weather kind of phenomenon here over the next couple of days. High pressure sets in once again Monday into Tuesday. So if you need to get some yard work done, you got another couple really good days lined up for you before the wind starts to increase. And as those leaves are starting to change or just turn crispy and start falling, you may have a little bit more yard work in the future. That won't happen, though, until we get closer to the middle part of the work week. I really think Wednesday into Thursday will probably be some of our breeziest days. And the whole reason for that is because we're watching what will likely be Imelda, likely a Category 1 storm by the early part of next week, basically squeezing through our airspace with a very strong high pressure system. Anytime you get two stronger systems over a relatively short distance, it's always going to increase that wind for you, and that's exactly what we're going to see happen. We don't see any other impacts out of that tropical system other than a little bit of that wind and certainly some slightly cooler temperatures as well. We get that fall reset midweek, temperatures mid to upper 60s Wednesday into Thursday, maybe a few 70s farther inland, but outside of that, we are holding on to a very quiet weather pattern through the end of this next week and into next weekend. We'll talk a little bit more about the temperature trend and where things may be headed into the first full week of October in the next half hour.